It's been a minute, but here we are back again. Happy New Year to all of the people on the East Coast, because at this time I'm recording, it is like 12:30 on the East Coast, and it is January 1st, 2025, so Happy New Year, all. Intended to make this video earlier, but then panning out, so if I'm sounding a little tired, that's why. I also could have a pretty bad sickness coming up on me. I hope it's not going to happen. My entire family's been sick recently, so kind of a problem. But anyway, into the actual video. We're reviewing Boise State versus Penn State. I watched the whole game because I wanted to see if Genty was going to break the rushing record. He did not. It's kind of crazy that Genty's worst game of the season, he still had over 100 rushing yards. Granted, it was on 30 carries, but that's what happens when you have an elite player like him. And I don't want to hear anyone talking about, oh, he finally plays a good team with a good run defense, and he plays bad. Well, you know, Penn State, they're a good team. They're a great team. And I understand if you say that. Boise State beat themselves. That's the ultimate reality. They turned the ball over 4 times. 2 garbage time turnovers, sure, but there was a lot of times missed kicks, bad timing, bad field position. Actually, they didn't have a lot of bad field position, actually, now that I think about it. But they definitely shot themselves in the foot. They had like 15 penalties. You ain't going to win a game like that, no matter who you are. Penn State had all that stuff going against them, they wouldn't have won. So, that's ultimately it. Ashton Genty ends up finishing second all-time in FBS rushing, which most people would have considered anyway, because Barry Sanders' bowl game didn't count for his rushing total, so even if he did technically break it, most people would still consider Barry the all-time leader, which is totally reasonable. But he ends up establishing himself as the second all-time rusher in FBS history, and he'll likely go in the top 10 of this upcoming draft. I think he would become the first Boise State player to ever be taken in the top 10. Well-deserved. He's a generational talent who still should have won the Heisman. So that's it. Signing off for tonight.